At the moment, investing in the Boeing company is a bit of a gamble. The company alternates between promising and disastrous results. On the commercial side, we're seeing progress for both the Boeing 787 and the Boeing 737 MAX, but it's extremely slow due to a variety of factors outside of Boeing's control. That's something we see returning in Boeing's order and delivery numbers, particularly in the delivery numbers. We have significantly reduced my expectations for Boeing this year, but we cannot deny that the numbers are still not where they should be. So keep an eye on the screen and we'll fill you in on everything. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting aviation news video. In this video, we will tell you about Boeing's biggest disappointment. But first, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to ensure that you don't miss any of our videos. So let's get this started. In this video, we will look at Boeing's April orders, deliveries, and cancellations, as well as year-over-year changes in year-to-date numbers. In addition, we will discuss ASC 606 adjustments which account for orders that don't meet an additional set of rules in addition to the existence of a firm purchase contract. We used data analytics solutions developed by the Aerospace Forum for this analysis. The Boeing 737 MAX order book has been lifted. During the month, Boeing received 46 orders, 44 of which were single-aisle orders and 2 of which were wide-body orders. Number 1, AerCap ordered 6 Boeing 737 MAX planes. Number 2, Aviation Capital Group has placed an order for 9 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. Number 3, an unnamed customer ordered 29 Boeing 737 MAX planes. Number 4, an unidentified customer placed an order for 2 Boeing 777Fs. Order inflow decreased by 7 units sequentially in April, but this should not be interpreted negatively or positively. The order inflow continues to come from just 2 platforms, the Boeing 737 MAX and the Boeing 777. Specifically the freighter variant of the current generation Boeing 777. The following changes were made to the order book during the month. Number 1, Aerojet was named as the customer for 20 Boeing 737 MAX planes. Number 2, AerCap was named as a customer for 2 Boeing 737 MAX planes. Number 3, GACAS and AerCap orders have been combined, transferring 60 Boeing 737 MAX orders and 4 Boeing 787-10 orders to AerCap. Number 4, AerCap canceled 2 Boeing 787-10 orders. Number 5, Air Lease Corporation canceled 5 Boeing 737 MAX orders. Number 6, Aviation Capital Group canceled 2 Boeing 737 MAX orders. Number 7, Malaysia Airlines canceled orders for 25 Boeing 737 MAX planes. Lessors and unidentified customers delivered the orders to Boeing in April. It's worth noting that Air Lease Corporation canceled orders after recently undoing many cancellations made since 2019. We also saw Aviation Capital Group order aircraft, but then cancel some of them. That's why, in addition to considering the gross order inflow, it is critical to consider cancellations. Boeing had to process a significant cancellation from Malaysia Airlines, as the carrier will take 25 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft from Air Lease Corporation's order book rather than the aircraft it has on order with Boeing. Following an increase in cancellations for the Boeing 787 last month, Boeing only had to remove 2 orders from its order book in April. Boeing received 46 orders and 34 cancellations during the month, bringing its net worth total to 12 orders worth $619.7 million. Boeing received 25 orders in the same month last year, but had to cancel 17 of them, bringing its net orders to 8 units valued at $935.5 million. So while net orders were higher year over year, the mix was more appealing last year, resulting in a higher base value for net orders. Boeing has received 213 orders and 56 cancellations so far this year, bringing its net orders to 157 units valued at $11.4 billion. In comparison, Boeing received 307 orders and 230 cancellations last year, resulting in 77 net orders worth $7.8 billion. The figures show that gross order inflow has decreased, but so have cancellations, resulting in higher net orders, as the higher gross order inflow last year was most likely due to cancellations. So far, Boeing has a good year, with a 45% increase in order value measured by base value. Boeing also updated its ASC 606 adjustments tally, which includes not only orders with a purchase agreement, but also several other checkboxes that must be checked in order to count the aircraft orders towards the backlog or not. During the month, the tally fell by 10 units. This was due to Boeing 737 MAX orders being canceled as expected, as well as some orders no longer being considered doubtful. This was partially offset by an increase in Boeing 777X orders, which Boeing no longer counts towards the backlog after adjustments. This increase is due to additional delays in the first deliveries of the Boeing 7779. If all ASC 606 adjustments results in cancellations, which is not always the case, Boeing would have to write off an additional 945 aircraft. Boeing deliveries are stalling. Following the delivery of 41 aircraft to customers in March, Boeing delivered only 35 jets in April, totaling $2.5 billion and consisting of 29 single-aisle aircraft and 6 wide-body aircraft. Number 1, Boeing delivered 29 Boeing 737s, including 28 Boeing 737 MAXs and 1 Boeing P-8A. Number 2, Boeing delivered 2 Boeing 767s, both for the Boeing 767-2C. Number 3, which serves as the KC-46A space aircraft. Number 4, Boeing delivered 3 777-300ER aircraft. Number 5, Boeing has delivered the final Boeing 747-8F to UPS. Number 6, the Boeing 787 program received no deliveries. Last month's order and delivery report noted that Boeing had reached a multi-month high in deliveries after having reached a multi-month low. We noted that this could be interpreted positively, but it's also possible that the multi-month high in deliveries was caused by Boeing's attempt to push out aircraft to customers. Looking at the lower delivery volumes in April, it appears that the multi-month high was driven by the end of the quarter rather than a sustained increase in deliveries. Any investment thesis for Boeing is contingent on increased deliveries of the Boeing 737 MAX and Boeing 787. We're not seeing any of that right now. Boeing 737 MAX production is stalling due to supply chain issues and decreased demand from China, which is experiencing a new wave of COVID-19 infections. In the absence of China, Boeing can still provide a consistent delivery rate that matches the current production rate, but we're simply not seeing that right now. The number of deliveries increased from 17 to 35 year-on-year, and the value increased from $2 billion to $2.5 billion. There have been 130 deliveries valued at $8.5 billion so far this year, compared to 94 deliveries valued at $7.5 billion. So we see an increase in deliveries and delivery value, but not in the volume you would expect given Boeing's large backlog of jets awaiting delivery. Boeing is also still waiting for the Boeing 787, which makes the company heavily reliant on the Boeing 737 MAX, but delivery volumes on that program are not satisfactory. For the month, the book-to-bill ratio was 1.31, and the value ratio was 1.05. Those are nice numbers, but they're only for 1 month, and they reflect a good order intake but still lackluster aircraft deliveries against which to bill. We have a book-to-bill ratio of 1.6 in terms of units and 1.8 in terms of value for the year, driven by strong order inflow while deliveries are mediocre at best. So conclusion, Boeing's April order and delivery figures were disappointing. Orders demonstrated the Boeing 737 MAX's continued market appeal. However, we continued to see cancellations for the same aircraft type. The most significant cancellation came from Malaysia Airlines, which will lease aircraft from Air Lease Corporation rather than take delivery of the aircraft it ordered directly from Boeing. Due to the ongoing delays in the Boeing 777X program, Boeing has transferred 55 orders to a separate tally, as the jet maker can no longer count these aircraft in the backlog when an additional layer of criteria is added to the backlog assessment. We were hoping to see signs that the higher delivery volume seen in March would be sustainable for the Boeing 737 MAX. However, it only took 1 month to realize that this was not the case. This is extremely painful for Boeing, as the company had plenty of time to devise a strategy to get aircraft out for delivery and restart production. However, the company is currently delivering above last year's levels while falling far short of expectations. The only bright spot is that Boeing's stock price has been falling to the point where it may soon become attractive to buy as Boeing 787 deliveries resume and long-term demand begins to materialize. However, in the short term, Boeing has been a disappointment to investors. And that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on Boeing? Please leave your thoughts in the section below. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our Aviation News channel for more exciting content. We'll see you in the next video.